I was walking past the outside of an insane asylum the other day. As I walked along beside it, I heard chanting coming from behind the fence further up. They were chanting numbers, or rather, just one number. 13, 13, 13, they excitedly chanted, all of them saying the same number over and over. As I approached, I saw a small hole in the fence just big enough to look through. So, with the crowd continuing to chant, 13, 13, 13, I leaned down to look in the hole to see what was happening in there. Just as I put my eye to the hole, a finger poked me in the eye. The crowd cheered loudly and started chanting again. 14, 14, 14. George finally found the nerve to tell his fiancée that he had to break off their engagement so that he could marry another woman. The distraught woman asked, "Can she cook like I can?" George replied, "Not on her best day." "Can she buy you expensive gifts like I do?" "No, she's broke." "Well then, is it skeek?" "Nope. Nobody does it like you, babe." "Then what is it? What can she do for you that I can't?" "She can sue me for child support." Upon arriving home, a husband was met at the door by his sobbing wife. Tearfully she explained, "It was the pharmacist. He insulted me terribly this morning on the phone." Immediately the husband drove downtown to confront the pharmacist and demand an apology. Before he could say more than a few words, the druggist told him, "Now, just a minute, please listen to my side of it. This morning, the alarm failed to go off, so I was late getting up. I went without breakfast and hurried out to the car, just to realize that I locked the house with both house and car keys inside. I had to break a window to get my keys. Then, driving a little too fast, I got a speeding ticket. Later, about 3 blocks from the store, I had a flat tire. When I got to the store, there was a bunch of people waiting for me to open up. I opened and started waiting on these people, and all the time the phone was ringing off the hook," he continued. "Then I had to break a roll of nickels against the cash register drawer to make change, and they spilled all over the floor. I got down on my hands and knees to pick up the nickels. The phone was still ringing. When I came up, I cracked my head on the open cash drawer, which made me stagger back against a showcase with a bunch of perfume bottles on it. All of them hit the floor and broke. Meanwhile, the phone is still ringing with no let-up, and I finally got to answer it. It was your wife. She wanted to know how to use a rectal thermometer. And, honest mister, all I did was tell her.